Welcome back, everybody, to the 11th episode of the Sports and Movies podcast. I'm your host, Corey, as always. Let's get right into it. I'm back because there's a lot of great topics right now in the world of both sports and movies that I'm excited to talk about. Let's first get right into it and dive into the world of sports head first, starting with soccer, okay? Lionel Messi just won his, however many Ballon d'Ors. The best player in soccer is awarded this award, basically a golden soccer ball for the best player in soccer, even though Messi, as everybody knows, transitioned to MLS from French League One with PSG. He's the first MLS player to ever win the award, which is obviously quite the accomplishment, especially considering Inter Miami didn't even make the playoffs, okay? They were in last place before he got here, so that's worth noting, but they did not make the playoffs even with him and Jordi Alba and Sergio Busquets, and it's rumored that his old running mate with Barcelona, Luis Suarez, will come in and play striker for Miami, but a lot of great movement for David Beckham's team. David Beckham is the co-owner of the team, and he presented Messi with the award. And so it's a lot of great movement for the team and also great advancement for MLS as a whole for an MLS player to be able to win the award. But, it's a long process to get the league to where it needs to be. Even the Saudi league as of now is sadly better than the MLS. But it's a great move forward. But I want to talk about an interesting post that I saw online after Messi was able to win the award. They basically said, some guy who ESPN posted said some ridiculous notion that Messi is the greatest athlete of all time. And for those who don't know what the word athlete actually means, I'm going to read the textbook definition for you because he's so off base. Athlete is a person who is proficient in sports and other forms of physical exercise. And it gives the examples. He had the broad-shouldered build of a natural athlete, similar to myself. I am an athlete, right? Messi is not only not the best athlete of all time, I don't think he's in the top 200 greatest athletes of all time. He is, without a doubt, top one or two. I'd put him at one. Soccer players ever, up there with the Pelés of the world, the Cristiano Ronaldos of the world. I can safely put Messi at number one on that list, but that's mostly due to his skill. He's very coordinated with the soccer ball at his feet. He has great accuracy with his shooting and from set pieces, great interplay, but he's an above average athlete for regular people, but when compared to other athletes, almost every skill position in the NFL has a better athlete than Lionel Messi. So that's number one. I highly obviously disagree with that statement that he's the greatest athlete of all time. My pick for just greatest athlete of all time, it's got to be like a Bo Jackson, or a LeBron James, or, an Usain Bolt, or Michael Phelps, somebody of that arena who's just a great physical specimen and who has achieved a lot in their athletic events due to their physical capabilities. Unlike somebody like Messi, who's a highly skilled player, who, in that skill in soccer is what allows him to be great. So let's move on to basketball. France has arrived, okay? Victor Wembanyama is the real deal. He's everything that the hype, he's lived up to the hype in just these few, he played 4 games for the Spurs? And he's phenomenal. He's going to be an all-star this year as a rookie. He's going to obviously win Rookie of the Year. But he is a franchise builder. He is built from the same cloth of a Tim Duncan, and he's perfectly suited to carry the Spurs franchise into the future. And they definitely will win a few championships under Wembanyama. and it's really exciting for the NBA and at large. I don't think we'll have a player like him again in the near future. What I do like is the rivalry that's shaping up between him and other players in the Western Conference, and players with similar builds who can not deliver the same level of excellence that Victor Wembanyama can deliver, but they have similar builds and therefore have a lot of confidence in themselves that they can achieve maybe the same thing. Mainly I'm talking about Chet Holmgren of OKC. He believes that he can be of that caliber. He can't, but I like the confidence, okay? So the NBA is really exciting. I honestly, this year, don't even know who's going to win because of all the different trades that happened. Boston got a lot better. Milwaukee got a lot better in the East. And the Heat are obviously still there. The Knicks are playing really good basketball, although nobody expects them to make a serious run deep into the playoffs. The Knicks are playing really good basketball. And then obviously the Western Conference is stacked. Denver, the reigning champions. As I just mentioned, the Spurs are hot. Suns are hot. The Lakers are old but hot. So, we don't know what's going to happen. My pick, Golden State, depends on, health and the performance of Klay Thompson. Largely, Klay Thompson is looking like the old Klay Thompson. He just did a game winner the other day. So the NBA is sort of wide open for the first time in a long time. You don't really know who's going to win. But expect a lot of great basketball to be played. And obviously the mid-season tournament is something that brings renewed interest to the players and the fans for not just looking towards the playoffs. They can look towards the middle of the season and have something to play for and to watch for, which is really exciting. Moving on to the NFL. The NFL is also really wide open. You have San Francisco quarterback Brock Purdy, who people are saying is elite. I think he's a good player. I think he's a system quarterback. I think he's a product of Kyle Shanahan. I think that the Niners have a really good team, but not necessarily elite quarterback play, which we know it takes that to win a Super Bowl. My pick is for the Kansas City Chiefs to repeat. They have some weaknesses, obviously, and they have some stiff competition in the AFC, but I like their odds. I do. I don't think Jacksonville is ready. I don't think the Bills are ready to take that leap. So I put my faith in Patrick Mahomes. As long as Taylor Swift keeps coming to games, they can win, right? In the NFC, I like probably the Eagles because the Cowboys are inconsistent. So I like a rematch of last year, the Chiefs versus the Eagles. And obviously I think that the Chiefs will come on top because I think Patrick Mahomes is just a little bit better than Jalen Hurts. And that's how I think it's going to go down. Moving on to baseball, it really stung with the Rangers winning the World Series because obviously they have DeGrom and Scherzer from the Mets. I'm happy for DeGrom, a lifelong Met, who was finally able to get to a team that obviously can win. And so he has his first championship. And then Scherzer, obviously happy for him. He came from Texas, went to the Mets, left Queens back to Texas, and was able to win. So good for these guys because they're great pitchers. And happy for Texas, and I'm going to move on because I think the Mets, should be in a position to win a championship, and they aren't right now. So I'm going to move on. Switching gears a little bit to the world of entertainment and movies. Taylor Swift, who I briefly mentioned with, dating Travis Kelce and attending Chiefs games, she is a brand all of her own. She has made a movie about her tour, and that movie is expected to be the greatest thing ever, which is a testament to her brand. Everything that she touches turns to gold, so good for her. Every time she attends Chiefs games, they win, but good for her. Barbie was obviously the cultural phenomenon of 2023, largely due to, if you watch the movie, it's not just Margot Robbie, all right? They got Issa Rae, they got Will Ferrell in the movie, Ryan Gosling obviously plays Ken, and then the other Kens. It's sort of like an ensemble of great cast, and it was pretty good writing. Weird Barbie, that actress, I like her. But yeah, all in all, the cast of Barbie, the ensemble cast, is what really helped it to make the movie a great success, along with the writing. Obviously, Margot Robbie did the heavy lifting, but there's a lot of other great actors in it too that made it really, really good. What I really am most excited about, the trailer just dropped, Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. That movie comes out in 2024, Memorial Day weekend. That looks amazing. It's set after the last movie, Battle of Planet of the Apes, whatever it was, with Woody Harrelson. It's set many generations after that, after the legacy of Caesar and everything like that. The apes are more developed, and they have this little city, and there's like a emperor ape or whatever, and they're talking like clearly now, and it looks really, really good. So I'm most excited for Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. It feels like the first big, I guess, non-superhero movie that I'm really, really excited for. And the trailer was phenomenal. So if the trailer is anything, an indicator of what we can look forward to with the film, that's something that's really exciting. Obviously, right now the actors' strike is still going on, even though the writers' strike ended. So hopefully they get negotiations back on track for that. But other than that, there's not really much going on. It's really just sports, which I'm content with right now, because we got the NFL in full swing, we got the NBA in full swing, and my favorite soccer teams abroad in Spain, in La Liga, Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham is really, he's up next to win the Ballon d'Or. And we didn't get Mbappe this past summer, but it's looking like we don't need him. Jude Bellingham has filled that role quite nicely. So I look forward to Real Madrid, doing what they're supposed to do for the remainder of the season. And that's pretty much it. I'm always active on Instagram, commenting different sports and movies blogs. So look for me and different topics there. But thank you for tuning in to the podcast and your continued support. Like, share, subscribe, and see you next time in the next episode. Take care.